Welcome to another episode of Explained by AI. So ready to finally understand cryptocurrency,
Yeah.
specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Right.
We're diving deep beyond the market hype, to
Yeah.
uncover their core purposes and true potential.
Yeah, a lot of people think cryptocurrency equals money.
All right.
Bitcoin kind of fits that bill, but Ethereum breaks the mold.
Okay.
Picture it less as currency, more like a decentralized app store built on blockchain. Developers use it to launch programs called dApps, tapping into its power.
Interesting. So it's like comparing a tangible gold bar to a smartphone bursting with possibilities.
Yeah.
We're talking digital gold versus a platform for boundless innovation.
Precisely. And their origins highlight this contrast. Bitcoin emerged in 2009.
Okay.
Brainchild of the enigmatic Satoshi Nakamoto anonymity shrouds this creator even today. This decentralized digital currency arose as a response to the 2008 financial crisis.
Wow, a shadowy figure reshaping finance. Then there's Ethereum, launched in 2015 by Vitalik Buterin, a visionary with a transparent mission.
Right.
He envisioned blockchain's power extending far beyond mere currency.
Yeah. Buterin foresaw a decentralized application revolution. His creation, the smart contract, sits at the heart of this vision. These self-executing agreements on the blockchain automate transactions, eliminating the need for intermediaries.
What does that look like in practical terms?
Imagine a vending machine. Input money, select your snack, and it dispenses automatically. Smart contracts function similarly. It's code that triggers transactions when preset conditions are met, no middleman required.
Wow.
Think automatic rent payments on a specific date or funds released only when project milestones are met.
So paperwork and disputes just evaporate. Efficiency skyrockets. No wonder Ethereum's gaining traction.
Yeah.
How does this disrupt the financial world?
Ethereum birthed DeFi, decentralized finance. Traditional finance without banks powered by blockchain platforms like Uniswap exemplify this, enabling direct crypto trading between users via liquidity pools and smart contracts.
Really?
It's like a stock exchange, but entirely decentralized.
So I can trade assets without a brokerage firm taking a cut? This has massive implications. And how do NFTs, those digital buzzwords, fit into all of this?
NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are unique digital assets verifying ownership. Think digital art collectibles, even virtual real estate. Ethereum's blockchain pioneered NFT creation thanks to its smart contract capabilities.
Gotcha.
Popular platforms like OpenSea rely on Ethereum's token standards, such as ERC-721, for their functionality.
A digital certificate of authenticity etched onto the blockchain itself.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned Ethereum is considered more eco-friendly than Bitcoin. Why is that?
It boils down to how transactions are validated and added to the blockchain. Bitcoin utilizes proof of work, where miners compete to solve complex mathematical problems, consuming enormous amounts of energy to add blocks to the chain.
Right. Bitcoin mining farms rivaling entire countries' electricity consumption is a serious concern.
Indeed, Ethereum transitioned to proof of stake.
Okay.
Validators who stake their cryptocurrency participate in validation. This dramatically reduces energy consumption, resulting in a 99% reduction for Ethereum.
That's a remarkable difference. But let's address the elephant in the room: security. Are these systems truly safe, especially with all the headlines about hacks and exploits?
Both Bitcoin and Ethereum leverage decentralization and cryptography for inherent security. However, each has unique vulnerabilities.
What are the key distinctions?
Bitcoin's core protocol has never been successfully hacked, a testament to its robust hash houses. Proof of work and extensive history risks lie in potential 51% attacks, where a single entity controls the majority of network hashing power or government regulations.
So Bitcoin security rests on its vastness and decentralization. What about Ethereum?
Ethereum, due to its complexity, has experienced vulnerabilities. While its core protocol remains unbreached, exploits within its ecosystem have occurred, often targeting smart contracts. Code can have bugs, and these can be exploited.
Makes sense. A flaw in code can be a gateway for attackers. But how likely are these exploits?
It's a risk, but developers constantly work to bolster smart contract security. Specialized auditing firms scrutinize code for vulnerabilities.
So a constant battle between security experts and those seeking to exploit weaknesses, similar to the traditional tech world.
Precisely. As the technology evolves, we can expect even more robust security measures.
Speaking of security, how private are these cryptocurrencies? Are our transactions truly anonymous?
Both Bitcoin and Ethereum offer pseudonymity. Transactions aren't directly linked to real-world identities. However, their privacy levels differ.
How so?
Bitcoin's blockchain solely records transactions, affording greater privacy. Ethereum, with its smart contract functionality, records all those activities on its blockchain, potentially revealing more information.
So using a dApp on Ethereum means my transactions are more exposed.
Yes, because your interactions with the dApp are recorded on the blockchain. Privacy-enhancing tools exist, but they often require technical expertise.
It's a trade-off. Ethereum's versatility comes at a potential privacy cost.
Precisely. This factor depends on your needs and priorities, so Bitcoin transactions are generally more private.
Right. So Bitcoin might be preferred for privacy-conscious users. What about security? Which one is considered more secure?
Bitcoin boasts a proven security track record. Its simplicity and long-standing proof-of-work system have made it incredibly resilient. Ethereum, while secure, has a more complex architecture, introducing potential vulnerabilities.
It's interesting how Bitcoin's simplicity, often seen as a limitation, contributes to its security.
Indeed, simpler systems are often the most secure.
For those seeking maximum security and peace of mind, Bitcoin might be the better choice. But what about long-term survival? Which one is more likely to stand the test of time?
Bitcoin, with its established role as digital gold and its decentralized nature, has a strong chance of long-term survival.
It's like the digital equivalent of a precious metal.
What about Ethereum?
Ethereum's future hinges on its ability to navigate competition, scalability, and security challenges. Its versatility and potential for innovation give it a strong footing, but it's a more dynamic and evolving landscape compared to Bitcoin's relative stability.
Let's shift gears and talk about convenience. Which one is easier to use for everyday transactions?
Bitcoin, with its simplicity, is easier for beginners to grasp.
You send and receive Bitcoin. It's that straightforward. However, transactions can be slow and fees fluctuate depending on network congestion.
So while Bitcoin is straightforward, it might not be the most practical for frequent small transactions.
Correct. Ethereum offers faster transaction speeds, but its fees can also be higher, especially during peak activity. The complexity of its ecosystem can also be daunting for newcomers.
A classic trade-off between simplicity and versatility.
Absolutely. Choosing between Bitcoin and Ethereum ultimately depends on your individual needs and priorities.
Before we wrap up, I want to touch on a unique aspect of Ethereum, its burn mechanism. Can you explain what that is and why it matters?
The Ethereum burn mechanism introduced in the EIP 159 upgrade is an intriguing concept. A portion of the transaction fees paid by users is permanently destroyed, removing those tokens from circulation.
So it's like a built-in deflationary measure.
Precisely.
Right.
By reducing the supply of Ether, the burn mechanism creates deflationary pressure, potentially making Ether a better store of value over time.
A self-regulating system designed to maintain the currency's value.
That's a good way to think about it. It also adds to Ethereum's sustainability by incentivizing users to participate in the network.
It's remarkable how these two cryptocurrencies, while sharing some similarities, have such distinct characteristics and potential applications. It's not about choosing a winner. It's about understanding which one aligns better with your individual needs and investment goals.
Absolutely. Bitcoin, with its focus on security and scarcity, appeals to those seeking a long-term store of value similar to gold. Ethereum, with its versatility and platform for innovation, attracts those interested in the potential of decentralized applications and the future of finance.
It's like comparing a reliable savings account to a high-growth tech stock. Both have their place in a diversified portfolio.
That's a great analogy. As a cryptocurrency landscape continues to evolve, it's essential to stay informed and adapt your strategies accordingly.
This burn mechanism adds another layer of intrigue to Ethereum. It's like a built-in balancing act, constantly adjusting to maintain value.
It really showcases Ethereum's commitment to sustainability and long-term viability. Now let's zoom out and compare these crypto titans head-to-head on some key factors, starting with privacy.
Okay. We touched on this earlier, but for those just joining us, could you recap the key differences in privacy between Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Sure. So Bitcoin, with its sole focus on transactions, generally offers better privacy. Ethereum's transparency, while beneficial for certain applications like dApps and smart contracts, can potentially expose more information about your on-chain activity.
So for those who prioritize privacy, Bitcoin might be the better choice.
Yeah.
But what about security? Which one comes out on top in that arena?
Bitcoin has a remarkable track record. Its simplicity and long-standing proof-of-work system have made it incredibly resistant to attacks. Ethereum, while secure, has a more complex architecture that introduces potential vulnerabilities.
It's fascinating how Bitcoin's simplicity, often seen as a limitation, actually contributes to its security.
Indeed. Sometimes the most secure systems are the simplest ones.
So for those seeking maximum security and peace of mind, Bitcoin might be the way to go. Now let's talk about long-term survival. Which one is more likely to withstand the test of time?
Bitcoin, with its established role as digital gold, has a strong chance of long-term survival. Its limited supply and decentralized nature make it a compelling store of value.
It's like the digital gold rush, but with a finite amount of gold to be mined. What about Ethereum? What are its prospects for long-term survival?
Ethereum's future depends on its ability to navigate the challenges of competition, scalability, and security. Its versatility and potential for innovation give it a strong footing, but it's a more dynamic and rapidly evolving landscape compared to Bitcoin's relative stability.
It's like comparing a seasoned veteran with a proven track record to a young, ambitious startup with immense potential. Both have their own strengths and face unique challenges.
Precisely. Ultimately, choosing between Bitcoin and Ethereum depends on your individual needs and priorities. Do you prioritize security and simplicity or versatility and the potential for future applications?
That's the key takeaway from this deep dive. There's no single winner. It's about understanding the nuances, weighing the pros and cons, and making an informed decision based on your own circumstances and investment goals.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power, especially in the world of cryptocurrency.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from the origins and purposes of Bitcoin and Ethereum to their technical intricacies, market dynamics, and long-term prospects. Hopefully you now have a clearer understanding of these two crypto giants and can make more informed decisions about your involvement in this exciting and ever-changing space. So keep learning, stay curious, and as always, do your own research before making any investment decisions.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, do you have any topic that you would like to have explained? Drop it in the comments.